Howdy, howdy. Big Keith here. Just giving you guys a little quick update before the your episode starts. Joey and Nate and I were tasked with picking a runner-up for the unpaid or the Massonomics drink spotter contest for the coveted red drink spotter. So the sister host already picked their winners a couple days ago. So you guys should already know who won that. And just like I said, Joey, Nate, and I were tasked with the privilege to go through all the people that didn't get a prize from the sister podcast and pick our favorite one. We all put our heads together. We conferred. We had a lot of back and forth. But at the end of the day, there was pretty much fair continuity. We all had a number one in our hearts, and we're going to go ahead and give the last spot to Big Megan the Quarter Horse Johnson. Her video with using the drink spotter in Massonomics Gym to hold her cane was priceless. I think it was one of the first ones I saw. I laughed my ass off hysterically and kind of knew in my heart from day one that like very few were going to top that. And at the end of the day, my top three, two of them won other prizes from Massonomics, and the third one, the third one on my list was Big Megan. So, that is our submission there, Tanner, for the fourth spot in the winner circle. And as far as a prize suggestion for her, it might not necessarily be a prize for her, but I think it would be hysterical to get some kind of visually impaired work ahead, some kind of sign for the gym that's kind of in her honor for being visually impaired and still working out, or the blind girl can do it. Why can't you? Something to that extent, I think it'd be great. But that's more of a gym present for Tanner than a present for her. So whatever you think she deserves, Tanner. But that is who we picked, and now we're going to hand it over and let your mystery podcast begin.
All right, welcome back to episode 95 of the Unpaid and Underrated podcast, a podcast by crew for crew. So we're taking over today. I'm Big Jen, and with me I have Big Hannah.
Hello.
Big Ryan. You're not saying anything, Ryan. Big Mofo.
What's up?
And Big Spicy Pizza, Big Daniel.
I am zooted and nervous.
Why are you nervous?
I don't know, just pre-podcast jitters.
I mean, I have them too, so I'll give it to you. All right, we're taking this rough and ready crew is taking us on a different journey than we're used to. So, we're going to collaborate on some things. So, just to set it up, we are going to do an episode that really is focused on comments and ratings. So we're very familiar with the Massonomics podcast and Unpaid and Underrated about comments that are making fun of us, ratings that are horrible, ratings that are great. We hear them every week, whether it's about water, whatever it is. So we're going to run through some topics that are crew and Massonomics adjacent. And we're just going to hear what the people have to say. So these are some of those things are very controversial. We'll run through it and we'll see how it goes. So first off, is anybody drinking anything today that you want to talk about?
I got a blood orange margarita THC cocktail from Giggly. It is from my second job where I sell CBD, and I am gonna go with the flow tonight.
All right, that sounds good. What about you, Hannah?
Nectar of the gods themselves, a white monster.
Love it. Mofo, what do you have?
Got a Gary Starburst sparkling ice.
Ooh, nice. Ryan.
Got the rest of my Dr. Pepper strawberries and cream.
Ooh.
And as a backup, I've got the Hy-Vee pamplemousse grapefruit.
Oh, Hy-Vee has a brand.
So yeah.
Shout out
We're gonna try that.
HIV.
HIV.
I'm sticking to plain old H2O because can't do the sparkling waters. Nope, can't do it. All right, so speaking of sparkling waters, we're going to kick this off with one of the oldest Massonomics bits is pulling out a LaCroix from the oven, a piping hot LaCroix. So so we're gonna go run through some. I pulled together some comments and reviews of LaCroix, but I took it one step further and picked essentially the most polarizing flavor that LaCroix has, and that is the limoncello. I know that we are split about 50-50 in the Discord, that people love it and some people hate it. So we want to hear what does the world have to say about LaCroix limoncello? Just okay, to set it up a little bit, LaCroix, what I pulled from, we have over 22,000 reviews, and LaCroix has 4.6 out of 5 stars. So we're gonna kick it off with those people that absolutely love limoncello. So let's hear what they have to say. All right, Princess Petite, she's rating it 5 stars, and the title is So About LaCroix. Limoncello is probably the best flavor. I've been avoiding sugary drinks and artificial sweeteners, parentheses, which started to cause me itching and rashes. So, so I'm not quite sure.
That's
exactly.
a problem right there.
I'm sure it was the artificial sweeteners that was causing the itching.
Yeah, it had to be, right? She has no other problems.
How is she using it? As a drink or as a
booty bump?
Exactly. All right. So she said, so I've been trying many different fruit essence. I don't know why she quotes everything in parentheses, everything, but it just makes me laugh. Water brands of the LaCroix sparkling water flavors. Here is her take on the order, rated by taste. Limoncello, number 1. Coconut, number 2. She says it tastes like coconut water, if you like that. Mango, peach pear, watermelon, and pamplemousse. So, so out of those, I know for sure you guys do not like the coconut and you do not like the limoncello. So I don't know if we can trust
those
Princess Petite.
first 3 are pretty sus. I've had mango.
Am
It's
I the
not.
only one here that likes the limoncello one?
I'm gonna go on a limb. I haven't had it.
It has its moments.
I thought it was good.
I don't taste anything when I drink any of those. So
Yeah, it's just I'm too used to my diet doctor or diet do. So then it's like there's nothing. I'm drinking nothing. I might as well drink water.
and I
I'd
have
rather
hearing
drink
loss too,
water
so I don't
anyway.
hear the person.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Princess Petite. All right, Dave. Dave seems to me like he's a fancy guy because his review has emojis and fun things. And Dave has given it 5 stars, and his title is Bubbly Bliss with a Hint of Italy. And he has a little lemon emoji and some sparklies with his emojis. So here we go. LaCroix sparkling water limoncello flavor is my new go-to drink. This stuff is a game changer in the sparkling water world. If you're like me and love a good fizzy drink but want to keep it healthy, this is it. The limoncello flavor is a delightful twist. It's like a splash of Italian summer in every sip. And by the way, this is really long, but you obviously can tell that Dave has gone to Italy and really wanted to make sure everybody knew that he's gone to Italy and has had limoncello.
Dave clearly works for LaCroix, and he pitched the limoncello flavor idea.
He's so proud of it. The more reviews he gets, the better his bonus is. Yeah.
I've been to Italy, like Dave, and I think if
Fancy.
Italian people actually had limoncello, they'd spit at our feet.
I'd wager that Dave references Italy in every review he writes on everything.
Probably right. Oh my gosh.
Let me tell you about the Firestone tires that I just bought. They are not like the Pirellis over in Italy, where I spent the summer.
All right. Okay. Compared to other sparkling waters out there, LaCroix limoncello stands out. It's not just lemony. It's got this smooth, creamy undertone that makes it feel like a treat. Most other brands I've tried are either too bland or way too sour. This one hits the perfect balance, refreshing without being overpowering. Also, I love LaCroix is 0 calories, 0 sweeteners, and 0 sodium. Some other brands sneak in artificial flavors and sugars, but not LaCroix. It's guilt-free and perfect for staying hydrated through the day. So if you're looking for something to jazz up your hydration routine, give LaCroix limoncello a try. Trust me, you'll be hooked after the first sip. Here's to bubbly goodness. I can tell Dave is like that person that when you get into the office right first thing in the morning, you're just like, oh my God, fuck off, Dave. I don't want to talk to you right now.
When you get into the LaCroix office, because Dave definitely works for LaCroix.
He's the guy that starts off a morning lecture going, "Good morning. You can do better than that. Good morning."
Oh my
For
God.
sure. Yes.
It's not just lecturers that do that. That is very common in the military.
It is yeah. We get the happy Tuesday, happy Wednesday, happy Thursday. I'm like, if I have to hear that one more day is fucking happy, like I can't even handle it. Just stop, please.
No happy hump day?
No hump day. There's no, that's too perverse.
We get
Not politically correct for the business environment.
a chain of gifts in the work group chat every week for hump day, and it's just as
dear.
funny every time.
It's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
All right, a couple more good ones here. So Lynx gives it 5 stars. The title is I recommend. Has a light lemon cream flavor. I recommend. Nice flavor and refreshing. Can't go wrong with this LaCroix lemon space cello seltzer waters. So like a fruit flavored instrument is what he wrote. So that's great, Lynx.
Are we sure that he recommends it?
We're not quite sure. And Cheryl. Oh, Cheryl. She's my favorite here. So Cheryl gives it 5 stars. My favorite flavor. This is my favorite LaCroix flavor. It is refreshing just as is, or mixed with cranberry and vodka for a delightful cocktail with a lemony twist. It's also tastes delicious with a bit of limoncello, the actual limoncello. And she signs off, Cheryl. Oh, thanks, Cheryl. I love it. All right. Okay. Now let's hear from the people that just maybe don't really think that limoncello is all that in a bag of chips. So we're going to start out with Brent. Brent's not happy. He has given it 1 star, and I'm going to read it as is. The title is Damage and Missy. I think you meant missing, but we'll say we're going to read it. Damage and Missy. The package arrived. The box had clearly been damaged and packed back together. 2 cans were missing from 1 box and filled in with packing material, evidence of a leak as well. Not worth the hassle of returning. Humans are literally the worst.
Not wrong there.
Gosh.
Was this specifically a review on that flavor? And he's like, this fucking sucks because it came to me in a shitty box.
That's what it feels like. Like, did you even taste it? Because you gave us a limoncello flavor and didn't even tell us how the limoncello was. So it's so weird.
Yeah, those 1-star reviews are like that.
I feel like he should be more mad at UPS or FedEx for shipping him a box like that. Why not just go to a store and actually pick it up instead of getting it shipped to you?
Maybe Brent is shy and he doesn't like human interaction because humans are literally the worst. So obviously he doesn't want to go to the store.
You know, my Hy-Vee grapefruit package fell apart in the parking lot, and I lost 2 cans from that, but I still drank it. So
You should write a review about it.
fell apart. Worst product ever.
It tastes like sand or pea gravel.
You guys totally reminded me of one time I was walking into Hy-Vee, which is our local grocery store, local to Midwest, I should say. And this guy was walking out with a 6-pack of beer. So he was like a glass bottles, and it was the cardboard container. And he took 1 step out of the store, and all 6 bottles fall through the container. And his face of dejection was just so great. It was just like, all 6 of them broke. He's like, What are you gonna do? It's
That
hilarious.
literally happened to me at Target.
Oh no.
But I was in the store and I was carrying them out. They dropped, and I just stood there and looked defeated. And then when the clerks came up to me and they're like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "No, I need something to clean this up." They're like, "No, we'll clean it up. Go grab another case." I was like, "Awesome!" So I like cradled it the whole way out.
That's just so heartbreaking, especially when you just all you want is a nice cool drink. They're just gone. All right, okay, moving on. 1 star, tastes like bad cake. This tastes horrible. I mistakenly thought this was a sparkling water with a dash of lemon juice. In reality, it is a lemon cake without sugar tasting sparkling water. By far the worst taste of any such product I have tried. They did not like it. All right, Renee has 1 star, no flavor, no sugar, no sweetness. I am sorry. I don't, first of all, I love when people say they're sorry, like they're actually apologizing to LaCroix as a business. I'm sorry, but I didn't like this taste at all. It tastes like club soda with a small dash of lemon, which, okay, I'm sorry, but I feel like that's what all sparkling water is. Like, it is a club soda with a dash of something. So I don't get it. But she says, and I mean, it was not what I expected. If you're looking for carbonated soda with no flavor, no sugar, and no sweetness at all, you'll love this.
Why are they mad about no sugar? Isn't it advertised as a zero sugar beverage?
So Renee missed the marketing memo
Yeah,
about.
maybe she can't read.
She needs her sugar. I think is what it is.
I
Like,
think so.
congratulations, you got exactly what you bought.
Yeah, thank you. All right, Meg. Actually, okay, actually, I don't know if that's supposed to be meh or Meg because it's MEHG. I think it's supposed to be meh. We'll say. You missed the mark. This flavor, limoncello, is a little bit of lemon mixed with vanilla. Very off-putting for me. Taste is relative, so you may find it delish. My kiddo, oh my God, can we just go on a tangent for a second? Like, I absolutely hate when people say kiddo or kiddos. Like, don't do that. It's stupid.
Okay, kiddo.
Okay.
You're going to
Okay.
upset my doggo when you do that.
Okay, Mama, you can call me kiddo as ironically, but when people are saying like, "Oh, look what my kiddos did," I'm like, I want to vomit right now. Like, don't do that. Okay, my kiddo said it tastes better once you keep drinking it. I guess anything could be okay if you force yourself to keep consuming it. For me, I will not purchase again. That just seems like she's put this like fear of God into their kid that if you didn't like something, it doesn't matter. You got
You have to finish it.
finish it. Bad mom.
That's right. The flavor
He's
tends to build
crying.
up.
Not so bad when you had 20 of them.
The flavor builds up the faster you drink it. So
Yeah, maybe.
He's gonna
Oh,
shotgun
Acquired
it then.
taste.
that poor kiddo. I'm so sad for him. All right. All right. Avoid limoncello. Again, another lemon space musical instrument. Well, the limoncello does not taste good. Too bad I cannot return it. Pause. I drank one. What? So stupid. Oh my God. Okay. Just a couple more here. So limoncello tastes like diet cream. Boo. That's the title. Limoncello tastes like diet cream cider. I think they meant soda, but from a cider.
cider.
Ew. Disappointing. No lemon taste at all. Don't bother.
Do I dare ask what diet cream is?
You don't want to know.
I don't think I do.
You don't want to. Oh my God. Thank you, Suzanne. All right. So Joe. Joe is pretty funny. This is a girl Joe, I think. So all right. Last one on the limoncello. An abomination unto the Lord is the title of this one. Want to know what lemon flavored marshmallow peeps taste like? I didn't, but I found out. It's hard to say that this is the worst LaCroix variety because I haven't tried them all. But if you enjoy actual limoncello, do not buy this soft drink. Even if you've never had actual limoncello, do not buy this soft drink. It is straight up terrible. I like it. I think some of the crew would totally agree with Joe for
Did
sure.
they say it's just like a lemon peep? Like the
Um,
Easter candy?
a lemon flavored marshmallow peep.
I'd actually
Yes,
like that.
That
I think I
doesn't
probably would
sound
like to eat
disgusting.
it. What? No.
To be fair, I
I love
thought you were going to
peeps.
say lemon flavored piss.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought it was at first.
It's not piss.
As long as it's not
It's
piss.
protocol.
It's protocol.
All right, and then I had one that actually was for pamplemousse, and the only reason I grabbed it is because it just made me chuckle. There's one line in it that says they actually mean there, but they wrote they cans have never leaked. They are made with sturdy aluminum, and it just I'm like obviously aluminum matters, so I'm wondering if it was like airplane grade aluminum, just like our drink spotter.
Yeah,
Love it.
that's what you want when you drop your cans in the parking lot. So yeah.
Exactly. All right, so that wraps up limoncello. I'm gonna pass it over to Ryan for an ad read.
All right. Do you have a cushy desk job? Do you have soft manicured hands? Do you hate the feel of calluses but still want to lift weights? Have you ever tried wearing gloves but the aggressive knurling on your Texas power bar just eats right through them? Well, you could try grinding off the knurling, but you don't have an expensive, messy grinder. Or you could try new product, Joey's Fingerless Specialty Lifting Gloves. These gloves are constructed of durable, ethically sourced, synthetic vegan leather, guaranteed to keep your hands soft and supple. Other gloves have a breaking period, where they're stiff and uncomfortable and could even pinch. Now with Joey's Fingerless Specialty Lifting Gloves, they're ready to go right out of the box. So don't grind your knurling, get better gloves. Joey's Fingerless Specialty Lifting Gloves, available soon at Massonomics.com. Use code UNPAID.
Love it. Well done. I like that they're vegan. Yes.
Got vegan leather. It's all
Love
the
it.
rage.
So soft.
Okay. All right. Okay, so we finished up our sparkling water. We're quenched, and now we need to go on a trip. Let's say something pops up around, I don't know, July 19 time frame, something like that. And we need to take a trip to Aberdeen, South Dakota, in the great western northeast South Dakota plains. But we don't know what it's like there, and we want to hear from the locals. So let's hear from the locals, and we're going to start off with those locals that love it, and then we'll get into the ones that might not love it so much. So on the site that I grabbed these reviews, Aberdeen has an overall grade of a B plus. So I mean, that's not bad. There's still room for improvement, but it's still pretty good compared to other towns. So we'll go with that. All right, we're gonna kick it off here. Unfortunately, this website for town reviews does not have names, so we don't know who these people are, which would be so
As a
much
local,
better.
that's unfortunate. It would have been wonderful to see if I knew who these people were reviewing the town.
I love it. All
Might
right,
be
okay,
Cheryl.
Yeah, they should have done exactly. They should have done a Cheryl and signed off. Okay, we are gonna start off with those people that just love Aberdeen, or maybe they don't. Let's hear about it. All right, so this first review, 5 stars. Aberdeen is a great community, but there are things that need to change tremendously. Public schools need to be better. 5 stars. Like that sounds like the most not 5-star review.
This place was absolutely terrible, but you know what?
Give it the benefit of
It's
the
all
doubt.
right.
It's just
It's
the
worst
public
place I've ever
school
lived.
system.
All right, okay.
You want your kid graduating with a 5th grade education? Go to Aberdeen.
5 stars. Okay, 5 stars. I liked Aberdeen because it is a small town community and you know lots of people. one of the only things I would like to see changed, the activities to do in town. I read it just like they wrote it. Those poor people. But again, another 5 stars. However, they're not 5 star quality. These seem like a 3 or a 4 in my book. I don't know.
I
I don't know
mean,
about you guys.
there's Storybook Land, there's Brock the Rock,
Yeah,
there's
Taco John's,
Storybook Land.
the zoo.
Menards.
I'm not sure who goes to a small town looking for an abundance of activities, but
Right, right. Okay, all right. This person, I'm going to give them a benefit of the doubt because I do think that they're a student and I don't believe it. English is their first language, so it's a little bit harder to write, but they have a good review. 5 stars. I have only lived in Aberdeen for 4 months, but I love it here. I am a student at Northern State University and everyone is super nice. I had also explore, and this place is small but beautiful and comfortable. Since I live in a dorm, I see many diversity, and Aberdeen has a lot. I mean, I like that they have diversity. That's good. We're like
on the
sometimes,
campus, and that's it. As soon as you step foot off that campus, you know
they
what to
have
expect.
they have a
I mean,
Taco John. That's pretty ethnic.
hey, they have a Roma Italian restaurant too. I mean,
I
That's
heard they have
real
great chicken
inclusion.
parms.
I mean, I'm ethnic to Aberdeen.
I mean, you're right. Just like Anthony said, the Mexican culture is growing. So there's some, even if it's a small percent, it's growing.
Do they have taco trucks though?
Ooh, I don't know.
That's a
We'll have to ask our resident
We'll send them
local.
some. We have them in abundance.
Okay. Oh, here's a good one. Okay, so 5 stars. Aberdeen, South Dakota is an amazing place to grow up and raise children. It's home to so many different parks that are top of the line for different ages. Storybook Land is a featured great place for family outings of all sorts. Overall, close knit, well rounded community. See, look at them. They have things to do. Just it's about perspective. Okay, this one, 5 stars. Have seen police around, are very friendly and respectful and always willing to talk. Cool.
This is Big Caden's wife.
Yep. I enjoy the city of Aberdeen. People are friendly and easy to get along with. All right, just a couple more good ones here. I feel safe in this area. There is very low crime rate. Sometimes these are really hard to read when the punctuation and stuff is so bad. There is a very low crime rate. We see police driving around on average twice a day. We don't hear HERE about many bad things happening. So
I think Aberdeen has the most police in the state. I swear. We go back there for 6 hours and we run into 9 police officers in one stretch of the road going from like Walmart to Grayson's parents.
Oh, good. Then you're going to have some good comments for some of the reviews coming up.
Isn't there only that one road?
Yeah, the road that goes through Aberdeen.
Okay, last good one here. So Aberdeen, South Dakota is an amazing place to live if you're interested in having plenty of opportunities while living in a safe and welcoming community. The neighborhood that I personally live in is full of young families with little children running around, which is such a beautifying sight. First of all, I don't like young. I'm going to sound like the most horrible person, but I also don't like young kids running around. Like, get out of my way.
Yeah, that one.
It just shows how the town is growing and how loving each of the families are to welcome new lives into the world. I never have to worry about having to look over my shoulder when walking down the street. I don't know where she was before, but thank God she moved to Aberdeen. Or to be scared that at any time someone could go crazy and harm lives. Like shit just got real. I think living in this town has such a high standard for where I would like to live in the future, and I am not quite sure that I could possibly find a better place than I am at.
Wow, where was she? You should respond back to that and figure out where she was at before.
Are you okay? All right, okay. So we gave Aberdeen a chance. We heard about those folks that love Aberdeen. So let's hear some from some people that maybe don't think it's so fancy. All right. I grew up in Aberdeen and don't recommend it to anyone. Bars are about the only place to go, and they are just drinking holes. The area lakes are dirty. Golf courses are just boring. Shopping is pretty much limited to chain stores, restaurants, or fast food or chains. It is bitter cold in the winter. Mosquitoes take over in the summer, which we all know from experience. I have gone back to visit several times and I am always happy to leave. I don't know how the average person can afford to live there because good jobs are very limited. One positive, though, the only good thing I can say about the town is that it is really easy to ride your bike because it's completely flat. So, okay, thank you for giving at least a teeny bit of optimism in your review. I love it.
He's
Written by Big Hannah.
whoever that was is not wrong. No comment. That's about what it is. Sometimes they have to shut the lakes down because they're man-made lakes, so it's just pretty much still water, and they get disgusting in the summer when it's really hot.
That even happens like in our area for like actual lakes that it gets kind of disgusting. So I can't even imagine a man-made lake.
They're icky. There's 3 man-made lakes around Aberdeen, and they're all terrible.
That's horrible.
I'm just gonna say we don't have that problem in Minnesota.
Well,
oh yeah, they got plenty of lakes up there.
They got like a slogan about that or something.
Yeah, I can't remember how many. It's probably a really huge number.
I think it's like 100.
A single one of
something
your
like that.
10,000. Not even one of them is shitty like Aberdeen. That's funny. All right, okay. This person. Safe-ish, but boring. College is great, but what after? Job selection is awful unless you like fast food for $9 an hour. My major is limited because of lacking opportunity. People are something here. I think their attitude is hasty because there is literally nothing to do as a long-term resident. Shopping sucks. Overall town maintenance is awful. Meth is huge these days. It's awful. Don't move here. There are other places with more opportunities for your children and yourself somewhere else. By the way, these are all exclamation points. They are screaming this. I have lived in several other places and travel out of Aberdeen at least twice a month. I can't wait to get out of here. They did not like it. And apparently all those cops aren't handling the meth problem.
They show up after the houses explode.
Got it. They don't want to risk life and limb.
Exactly.
There's only one thing to say about that review, and say it louder for the people in the back.
Yes. All right. Okay. Weather is very bipolar. It can be warm one day and cold the next. Yep. It's the Midwest. The winters are very cold with a significant amount of snow, and the summers are extremely humid and filled with mosquitoes. So we have seasons, apparently. Thank you, reviewer, for letting us know that South Dakota has seasons and mosquitoes. We all know about mosquitoes. All right. Not a great town. Not a great town, far as there in. I'm read this one as verbatim, and then we'll talk about it. Okay, not a great town, far as their THREERE employment. They don't want to hire people, but they have every job on Indeed, which makes no sense if you're not with an apostrophe. You're not gonna hire. Take it down. Okay, no punctuation. All the wrong words. I'm kind of concerned for this person, and I feel bad that they can't get a job because they actually want to work. But unfortunately, you didn't even make it through this one sentence without proper grammar and
they need someone to proofread that resume that they're throwing up on Indeed, I think.
I believe
a second opinion.
That's not an Aberdeen. They might have the same issue elsewhere.
Exactly. But they have a personal vendetta with Aberdeen. Yes. Oh gosh. Okay. Okay. I was an Army brat. I moved to Aberdeen in January of 1993. We first drove down 6th Avenue. Is that the one
That's
road?
the road in Aberdeen. Yep.
All right.
The Big Six, not Main Street or something.
Okay. I thought I had been time warped to 1972. I don't know why that cracks me up. Pomida was still open. And I don't know if you guys know what Pomida is, but it's like a knockoff version of, if you've heard of Kmart or obviously of Walmart. It's like the bargain version of that, but like 2 tiers below that. And it's funny, like they ended up a lot of them closing, and like there would be these ones in these random small towns.
Yeah.
So I think that's funny, but they still have one.
I didn't know there's a lower tier than Kmart.
There's actually it was called Pomida and one called Alco. I don't know, Ryan, if you heard of either of those in Iowa.
I think I've heard of Pomida. I don't know if I've ever been to one.
Yeah, you're from the big city though.
I'm from the big city.
Big city boy.
All right, so this guy keeps saying, I had a full ride scholarship to DU gifted school. I was 7. I think he means when I was 7, but I wasn't smart enough for Aberdeen gifted. Like, come on. Obviously. I won more things than everyone in my high school class. We were an open income family, small town, didn't have money like the old town masters, but more to steal than the low paid workers. No low wages, corrupt cops, lots of expensive drugs. Back then, it was cheap and relatively safe. Only excuse to live there by now with increased housing costs. Terrible. That person, oh my goodness.
He
I don't
sounds
know.
like he
in
should
high
have been in
school.
the gifted program in Aberdeen.
Is he part of the meth problem?
I think he's mad that the drugs are expensive. Maybe his life would be better
Yeah.
if they weren't
Well,
so
that's because they
expensive.
can't get jobs.
That's true. That's so true. Okay, just a couple more. Let's round it out with a couple good ones. All right. This town is evil in every sense. People are paranoid, unfriendly, cold, and avoidant, and do not like getting to know anyone new. So if you move there, you'll be rejected because you're not one of them. Most drivers are on drugs and make roads unsafe. They drive the wrong way down one-way street. I don't know, cracked me up. The schools and university are also full of evil beings and are poor. I think that's mean because that person from above that gave it a good review, they seem really nice. So that's mean. Full of evil beings and are poorly managed. Businesses in Aberdeen are old, gloomy, and haunted. I mean, that is pretty accurate. Potentially. Some people are nice. I'm going to give them that. There's nothing to look forward to every day except cloudy, depressing weather, freezing to death, and shoveling snow. Oh, that person.
I want to hear what his definition of evil is. What are they doing? Where is he going in Aberdeen?
I wish I could. You're right. I wish we could like have conversations with some of these people. Like, what were you thinking? Were you mad? Like, were you having a bad day? Love it.
I'll give him the buildings are probably haunted, but every business filled with evil beings, I would like some extra information about that.
There are some very nice 5 stars. They're I don't like it. They're generalizing. All right, last one. And I'm going to read it verbatim again. For want I see for other reviews, I don't think people tell the real truth here. I think they mean for what? From what? Maybe, I don't know. This entire state, including North Dakota,
Oh, no.
specifically the east side, for the most part, is probably the worst area to live in the United States. I lived in other areas in the country when I was younger and came here for school and stayed when I meet my wife and regret it regret it every bit of it. From the college here to the business to the people and culture, it is just horrible. Especially,
His poor wife. Oh my God.
especially the weather is a nightmare. Soon, my wife and I can retire and leave this Midwest crap hole. Like that guy, yeah, he seems like a gem of a person.
I don't think he's going to be missed.
I don't either.
I
Don't
mean,
let the don't let
if
the
you hate
story
it that much, what's keeping you there?
exactly. Like why not leave?
Yeah.
Send him to Alabama.
No, West Virginia. They're back. All right,
Maybe the
okay.
ghosts are keeping him there.
As our resident local and those that have been there, which is all of us. I mean, some of the stuff is pretty damn accurate. I like it. I think some of the people maybe that were giving it really good reviews, obviously, don't have interactions with some of the other things that were said in the bad reviews. So I guess the place is what it is, regardless. So it's not going to keep me from coming this July. I'll be back.
It would be interesting to see how old some of those reviews are because the face of Sixth Avenue has been revamped. They made a lot of the buildings less scary and old looking. The college has been updated, yada yada. It's not so terrible.
Yeah, some of them it kind of varies. It is some of them are kind of old, so it goes from anywhere from 2016 up to 2023. So there could be a couple fresh reviews. Like maybe we all, after our visit this summer, we need to hop into niche.com and leave a nice Aberdeen review.
Notice how none of the negative reviews mentioned anything about the gyms in Aberdeen.
That's true. Or this
What a chicken farm.
They must be pretty good.
Yeah, or the chicken farm. Right. Or obviously have not been to Lift Hard Live Easy Classic in any capacity.
That's right. Did I not see the sign?
All right. Okay. So I am going to pass it over to Ryan again for another ad read.
All right. Going to hit you with some history here. In the early 1960s, a man started attending horse shows. Not that kind of show. He noticed the horses barely had any protection from the hard concrete, and their hooves were quite noisy. The best they had at the time were sheets of cardboard and plastic. The man knew there must be a better way. Fast forward to the 1980s, and the man was finally able to address the known issues. After much trial and error, he developed a textured sheet of vulcanized rubber, 3/4 inch thick, size 4 feet by 6 feet. His invention was a hit. Horses were happier, and the crowd enjoyed them as well, as the horses were no longer making so much noise. That man's name was Matthew Horsstall, and he invented the vulcanized rubber Horsstall mat. With the success of the mats for horses, he wanted to expand into other markets and wasn't sure how. One night while brainstorming, his thoughts were disrupted yet again by his noisy neighbor, making all kinds of clunky metal sounds. Finally, having had enough, he stormed to his neighbor's garage to find out just what was going on. He came to find out his neighbor had quite the home gym and was deadlifting on bits of cardboard. The idea struck him, why not use the horse stall mats as a lifting platform? A new fitness revolution was born. Proud to carry on the Matthew Horsstall vulcanized rubber Horsstall mat tradition, Massonomics is proud to offer their own rendition of the Matthew Horsstall vulcanized rubber Horsstall mat. Available in any color as long as it's black, with multiple sizes and thicknesses as long as you're okay with the plain ones. And offering a random pattern with every order. These Matthew Horsstall vulcanized rubber Horsstall mats are sure to add to your home gym or commercial gym aesthetic, not only improving your look at the gym, but also minimizing noise and wear on your equipment. Only slightly scented, these mats are bound to please. Coming soon to Massonomics.com. Use code UNPAID.
I love it.
Can't wait to get some of those.
You know what? I'm actually in the market for, I need at least one more.
Just one is not going to match then. You know the rules.
It's okay. It won't be touching the other one. I just need one.
No,
Lift
okay.
it upside down.
It'll be fine.
Mine are all upside down. I don't get why people have the pattern upside.
Well, how do you know if it's upside down or not?
Well, because the horses, you want the pattern because then you can clean it out easy. But I use it the flat side up because I want a flat surface.
That's how I do it. So that's not the
That,
right side?
that's not how Keith does it.
I have no idea.
He
Mine
gets
is
that
like,
diamond plating.
I guess I have ridges, ridges for her pleasure on the bottom. And then like, what do you call it? Like when you do drywall and you knock it down, it's pretty smooth, but there's still something. I don't know what that is.
Stucco or something?
Yeah, kind of.
Spackle.
Well, I'm drawing a blank on that right now. I'm literally looking at a wall that has it.
I can't think. Anyway,
Wall
that's what
texture.
mine are. I'm like, I
That's
guess
his
it's in my
texture.
video.
That's his texture.
Okay. All right. Moving on. Okay. Here's here's the one that we couldn't tell Keith about. So this one, speaking of chicken farm, we're gonna talk about chicken farm reviews. And I had a little bit of help, had some secret help. I had a mole. Her name is Stephanie, married to the one and only Keith Honeycutt, Big Keith. So she knows all about his food habits. And she gave me an idea to review the place where she loves chicken farm. And we're going to compare that then to the place where Keith likes to get his chicken. And so I'm going to kick it off with where Stephanie loves chicken farm. She told me that she tried to get Keith to come here and have it, and he did not enjoy the chicken farm. And I'm not even kidding. These are all 5-star reviews, and you're going to get the gist of it very quickly. Why Mama G's is what we're going to talk about. Why Mama G's has 4.6 stars out of almost 1,700 reviews. So let's get started with Stephanie's favorite, Mama G's. All right. Don says 5 stars, much smaller than anticipated, but for what they lack in floor space, they more than make up for in service and quality. May have been the best chicken parm I have ever had. I can't wait to go back and try everything else on the menu. So already starting off good with some good chicken.
I'm sold. Sign me up.
Marie says, first, my apologies. Would like to have taken a few photos of the food, but it looked and smelled so good that I dove into it and was done eating, not being able to pull myself away. We ordered the lasagna and chicken parm with red sauce and homemade spaghetti noodles with Alfredo sauce. Everything tasted great. The food came quickly. The service was top notch. We felt catered to. The visit began with a quick bite, but turned into the beginning of a beautiful date night. Our plates were only $14 per. So good parm and a good price. I like it. All right. Jade says, I have been here numerous times and have never had a bad experience. Staff is beyond kind. Food is absolutely delicious with generous portions. I'm very picky about red sauce, but they do it right every time. The Alfredo is to die for, and the homemade pasta choices are out of this world. I recently had my birthday dinner here with my friends, and they all absolutely raved about their food. They got everything from seafood to chicken parm. Will not be disappointed by Mama G's. Very easy location to get to as well. I recommend making a reservation. They're usually pretty busy, especially on the weekends. I like this little Italian restaurant in Des Moines, which is still like an hour away from me. But like Carlos said, or whoever the first person was, Don, the space is like, if you see it from the outside, is like the diviest of dive bars is what you think it would be. But come 5 o'clock, and even before like 4:30 to 4:45, you better have your ass in that parking lot, like ready to go in, because you're not going to get a seat for this Italian restaurant. And I like envision Mama G's being the same, like the same square footage, the same food, like the same atmosphere. I love it. What about you guys?
We've lived in Sioux Falls for 4 years now, and I don't think we've gone to a single Italian restaurant the entire time we've been here.
Maybe there's not a good one.
We got the old Olive Garden, so.
We've got a couple of Italian places, but one of them just closed down Last time I was there,
Uh,
I got lettuce in my lemonade, so
Uh,
there might have been underlying circumstances for why it got
oh
closed.
no. Like I love that lettuce lemonade. That's good.
It, like our good friend, I think it was Dave from the Limoncello review. I've been to Sicily, so that kind of ruined
Oh,
Italian food.
oh
No,
yeah.
I mean, I mean, it's Southern California. Like our B tier food is still better than probably what a lot of places have. But
Ow.
New York has great Italian food. Like I've been thinking of like there's a couple places in Syracuse, New York. One's called Vince's and one's called Possibilities. Both of them amazing. But
I
I
doubt we're
wouldn't.
gonna be able to get Keith to go there.
He's not far from Syracuse. He works out there sometimes.
We'll see if we can
I,
change his opinion.
state's pretty big. Do you think you can make it out there?
I've actually checked. It's not that far from here because
Okay.
I can make it out there for work. So
I don't know. He's gonna stretch it out though. It's gonna be pretty big. All right. All right. Jordan says absolutely delicious food, charming waiter Stefano, fresh salads, and huge portions of the main course. We had chicken parm with a choice of pasta. So good. We took home what we couldn't even finish, and they have the best spumoni ice cream ever. All right, just a few more. All right. Great staff. The food was excellent. I had the soup and chicken parm with gnocchi, and my mate had chicken parm with angel hair pasta. The red sauce was fantastic. One of the best we've ever had. Sorry, Grandma. We also ordered dessert, the cannoli and tiramisu. Both were excellent. Wait, you had a cannoli, didn't you?
Wait, is it cannoli or cannelloli?
Yeah, they actually had the cannoli, but once you have oh my God, it's slipping my mind.
The canna
Yeah,
God,
cannellini.
cannellini,
Yes,
cannellini.
thank
Yep.
you.
cannoli, and cannellini. Both are
So,
delicious.
Catalini.
They're both spelled about the same.
all right. Just a couple more. Okay, took my wife to celebrate her birthday and we had a great time. Here's why. Number one, our server Noel was awesome, friendly, funny, and very attentive to our needs. The food, chicken parm, is my favorite, and they did not disappoint. My wife had the chicken French, and it was huge and delicious. The fresh bread brought to our table is excellent. Save room for dessert. It was great. If you want authentic Italian food served in a warm, cozy atmosphere, this is your place. All right, last one for Stephanie's recommendation. So Robert says, wow, this place is a gem. We have driven past this former Friendly's building a million times. Is Friendly's is like a East Coast something. Like I can't think what it is, but must be like in our area when like a Hardee's or a A&W or something goes out of business and then they fill it in with like a Mexican restaurant.
You can tell what building used to be a
Yeah,
Pizza Hut.
we have we definitely have an old Hardee's that is a bank now, and you can kind of still tell it's a Hardee's.
We have a Bennigan's that's now a Mexican place.
I love it.
Bennigan's
We have
is a
a
real place.
It used to be.
I've only heard about it on South Park.
You're not
Really?
missing a whole lot.
Yeah, no.
we have a Hardee's that used to be or is now a gay bar. So there you go.
Hey,
Oh,
I
he
love
would
Hardee's
control those
nuts.
bars.
Do they keep the name?
No.
okay. All right. So we should try that place and never did until tonight. Really good and authentic food. We ordered chicken French, chicken parm, kids ravioli, and mozzarella sticks. Portions were a little big. I don't know why people would complain about that. So we are set for tomorrow's lunch though. Food tasted amazing. Servers sat us down quickly, got us our drinks and food quickly. So, rave, absolutely rave reviews. Homemade, you can tell it's homemade pasta. We heard that multiple times. We heard chicken parm and every single review. Keith did not
Never
like.
doubted Stephanie for a second.
Not for a second.
Hmm.
All right, so
I'm
Stephanie,
pretty
then
I'm pretty sold on Mama G's.
I know I can't
Check this
wait to
I'm
place
gonna
out.
book a plane ticket right now.
Okay, so we do know, so I'm going to cut Keith a little bit of slack because we know that he's switched to strongman and he doesn't eat chicken parm as much as he used to. And so we're just digging this hole for him where, he's kind of left the chicken parm world, but we still gotta dig. But when he does powerlifting, his favorite place to get chicken parm is a place called Mount Hope Family Diner. And first off, I'm going to say, not a single review about chicken parm anywhere. So that makes me laugh. So not even Keith has given it a good review of the chicken parm. So
Bargain, Keith.
wrong again, Keith.
The name sounds
Come on,
very
man.
Italiano, so.
Yeah, I'm kind of suspicious about it being a diner.
Mount Hope Family Diner. Oh, goodness. Okay, let's get into a few of these. These are, I'm not lying, are all 1-star reviews. And we're just going to run through some of these. Again,
Tracks.
not a single one.
The tracks, yeah.
Farm. It definitely tracks. Okay, Candy says, I wish I could give it a 0. The food was absolutely disgusting. My haddock was undercooked, still slimy, in a fried shell it fell out of. Okay. I didn't get my eggs, grits, pancakes, basically a whole second meal. The service was terrible. And when I spoke to Pete, he claimed he was the owner, then spoke to John, and he said he was the owner. After spending $50.90 on that mess, I was told to take my business elsewhere and don't call and complain. I'm not a customer anymore and argued down about what I did and didn't receive. Like, oh boy, Candy. So we got Pete, we got John, are both apparently the owners, and we got some.
I hope more people are mentioned that also claim to be the owner later on in these reviews.
Is it a franchisee, LLC sort of situation?
Pyramid scheme.
Yes. I like how they ordered haddock, but also then eggs and grits and pancakes.
What's going on here? That's a weird combo there. Is that like a combo on their menu? Just everything?
Was it all for?
That's the number 5.
At Mount Hope Family Diner, that is the number 5. At where Keith loves it.
What did you expect ordering that? I don't diner.
I don't
Order
know.
diner food.
Haddock? Is that even a common fish to eat at a diner?
I feel like haddock is the most bland fish ever. So boring. Okay, Amber says, the diner has the worst food I have ever paid for. The waitress that served us got my order wrong and didn't smile once or apologize for the mistake. I will never go back, and I suggest you don't waste your money there. Okay, the next ones are all pretty quick, so we'll run through them quickly. This one's called Let's Have Fun. The cups were filthy, so was the silverware, and the over easy eggs got me sick. Okay, that's a 1-star, and let's have fun. Steven says, order a turkey dinner, and it was horrible. The stuffing was mushy, didn't even taste like that. That should be a diner staple. You should be able to do a turkey dinner with stuffing in a diner.
But just like stovetop or something?
Maybe.
Yeah, how do you mess that up?
Well, it was mushy, so it must have had too much. What was that she said?
So that haddock juice to put in there.
Yeah, the slimy haddock juice from floors and the stuffing. Okay. Okay. Anna says, definitely not going back to that place, period. Never. Matt says, better diners out there. I love how it's like short and concise, and you just know, like, get it. Tiffany said, food was horrible. Dwayne says, people make you feel uncomfortable there.
It's Keith. He's lurking in one of the booths.
Why's that guy wearing 2 shoes?
Yeah.
I would have enjoyed my meal, but there was a large man wearing orange everywhere.
Yeah.
All by another large man saying, "Show boot."
He added extra slime to that haddock.
Okay. Catherine says food was served to us cold. Didn't like it. Joe says the food was almost okay.
Almost okay.
Just missed the mark. Oh gosh. Okay. Now we're getting to just a few longer ones, but they're definitely worth the read. So Patricia says, it was terrible. My food was cold. The home fries were big hunks of potato that were basically raw. My scrambled eggs were scrambled to death that they didn't even look like eggs. I asked if they had turkey sausage, though waited, said no. But I looked up at the board after my order was in and seen that they had chicken sausage. But you think she offered that insured instead? Question mark. Like,
Well, it's not turkey.
saying, lady, absolutely not. Not a good
Yes, for
waitress.
turkey.
Will not be eating there again.
-1 star. Too much scrambled in my eggs.
Yes. My scrambled eggs were scrambled to death. Poor Patricia. All right. I think this is Monica. It's spelled like Monica, but with a P instead of a C.
Monica.
So it's either a typo or it's actually Monica. Okay. Monica says, went with my sister.
Monica.
Thank you.
Hey, Monica.
Went with my sister and niece. You can tell I'm from Aberdeen, Mofo. I can't do ethnic names. Okay. Went with my sister and niece. There was a few tables when we entered the establishment and the service was slow. Our server looked confused. She brought out the wrong soup for my sister. I had the meatloaf with mash and broccoli. I received the meatloaf and mash with one lettuce and a slice of orange. Not sure why I got the lettuce and orange. I wasn't making a sandwich. What? Get it? I had to ask for the broccoli. Food was mediocre. I had the Manhattan clam chowder that had no clam. I am in this business, and that's service we received. I would be embarrassed. Okay, one lettuce. First of all, okay, who makes a sandwich with meatloaf, mash, and broccoli, and lettuce and an orange? I'm not making a sandwich. Or your first thought of making a sandwich is one lettuce and an orange. Like
The description of one lettuce is funny to me.
This is a sandwich.
I don't
Didn't
get
you ever
it.
put an orange on my sandwich?
No. And I'm envisioning it has a rind. So are you putting an orange on your sandwich with a rind? I don't get it. Like whatever.
The rind's one of the bread slices.
You're right. Okay. So no one lettuce. All right, two more. Steve says, horrible experience. Where is the 0 stars option? I ordered from Uber Eats and the portions were extremely small. Cap letters, exclamation. It's not like it was gourmet or a meal special enough to be served in a baby amount. And then parentheses, $13 for 3 little stuffed pasta shells. Honestly, this review kind of sounds like it should be Keith reviewing it. Like he'd be pissed that he got 3 shells for $13. I also found a hair on the food, and I'm pretty sure someone spit in one of the plates I ordered. He or she must not have been happy having to work this early in the day. Moral of the story, I would have preferred McDonald's any day over the meal I had. Oh gosh.
That's incredible. Yeah,
How
you're
many
right. Keith would be
spit?
breaking down the dollar per shell ratio for a dish like that.
For sure. So do you think the spit was actually the haddock slime?
Could be.
Oh my.
Seems to be the theme here.
Maybe it was some diet cream.
Diet cider.
I have some opinions on some of those reviews. This is I spent a little bit of time working as a server and I mean I feel like I'm going to defend Keith a little bit here. Because one, they didn't review chicken parm at all. Two, like you go into a diner, like, what do you expect? Just order diner food and eat it. I mean, just get breakfast, really. He
Breakfast.
probably goes there just because it's consistent. It might not even be the best chicken parm, but it's probably just consistently the same every single way. And, Keith likes things the same way every single time. So that's probably why he goes there because it, sets him up like, all right, I'm going to go to my meat. I need everything to be exactly the same every single time. But some of those reviews like sound to me more like a customer issue than a restaurant issue.
Look at you. You're so defending Keith. It's so sweet. You're right
Yeah,
though.
so yeah, chicken parm is not the top Italian thing. So like Mama G's definitely sounds better because there's
For
going to be better
sure.
options.
But
Chicken parm is
he did
consistent.
not like it.
It's always good, but there's way better Italian food.
Oh, that's true. Okay, as a bonus, I I do want to give Keith some credit. You're right. Like he's changed a lot since he started the podcast and since we've been able to converse with him and make him a better person. He loves Yum Yum Thoughts, all the things. Like he's definitely growing as a human. So this is definitely just for fun. But I have two reviews of the Roma restaurant that he went to in Aberdeen that I just wanted to call out. Um, and I don't know if we can trust. Although he did the first year, he had rave reviews. The second, he did not. So these reviews he might now agree with. So okay, Josh said these are just quick. Josh says ordered spaghetti and meatballs. Got two small frozen meatballs that tasted like SpaghettiOs canned soup. Save your money and go somewhere else. That says SpaghettiOs beat out this Italian. Don't waste your time or money. Sorry. It makes me laugh that maybe the first year Keith just had good parm, but it sounds to me like, and I read multiple reviews of Roma, and a lot of them were like, seems like it comes out of a can, seems like it's just reheated, like all the things, like nothing was fresh. So it just makes me laugh at poor Keith.
Every time I got a salad from there, it was substantially wet.
Oh, one lettuce? Did it come
It
with
was
one lettuce or
all
more?
of the lettuces were
All of it?
very wet.
They never heard of what is it, the salad dryer thingy?
Salad spinner.
A spinner?
Salad spinner?
Yeah.
I was there on the fateful day that Keith had that second chicken parm, but I thought it was all right. Like I didn't have any issue with the.
Did he accidentally get a veal parmesan?
I honestly couldn't remember. It
Did
might
you
have been.
actually
No,
taste
I think
it?
it was chicken. What was
There's a
that?
big difference
Did,
between the two.
did you actually taste it?
No, I didn't. I had the cannoli.
Oh, that's right. The cannoli. Oh, goodness.
Canola or cannelloni?
Cannelloni.
Oh, okay. Um, all right. That is all for Mama G's and Mount Hope. Keith, I love you. Don't be mad. I do agree with you. You're right. Although someone did say slimy eggs or the eggs made her sick, so you couldn't even trust the diner food there, apparently. Okay, so I'm going to throw it over to Big Ryan for another ad read.
I was doing some searching for chicken parm places and I came across this one. It's apparently in New York. Never head out for a nice Italian meal only to be disappointed? Have you traveled across the Midwest to find a good parm, only to be let down with a flavorless, oily mess and undercooked noodles? We have too. That's why at Honeycuts, we decided to make the best chicken parm around, and that's what we've been doing for over 69 years. We start with premium tender chicken breast, add our signature secret seasoning breading, and fry it to golden perfection. Place on your choice of pasta, and top with our always fresh, house-made classic red sauce, Alfredo, pesto, or barbecue. Barbecue, that sounds not so good, but sure delight and satisfy even the most discerning chicken parm aficionado. For the best chicken parm around, come to Honeycuts. We know parm. Stop in now and try our new eggplant parm, located somewhere in New York State.
I love it. Sounds delicious. Who are the chefs?
Yeah, that's a good question.
New York State's pretty big. I might get lost going to it.
It's always a risk.
That's so true. But now I don't know if I could. It doesn't sound as good as Mama G's though.
Yeah,
I agree.
it's
Especially a barbecue. Not really what I think of on a chicken parm.
pushing the boundaries. It sounds like.
They're innovative over there.
Yeah, they're doing what's it called when you mix two together?
Fusion.
Fusions, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Most fusion I'm not a fan of.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to move on to our sponsors. So we obviously have some sponsors that help support not only the Massonomics podcast, but the Unpaid and Underrated podcast. And our sponsors, as dear as they are, and as much as we love them, they also get very, very bad reviews in some cases. Hands down, they have very, very high ratings. So our sponsors are absolutely amazing, and they help us keep the lights on. They help keep the two podcasts running and let them do what they need to do so that we can be entertained week after week. And so we love them to death, but they are definitely not immune to bad comments or bad reviews. So in this case, for sponsors, we're just going to go, since we have so many supporting sponsors, we're going to run through just a couple bad reviews for each one. So like about one or two for each of our sponsors and call them out. All right, we're going to start with Texas Power Bars. So the first one cracks me up. So it's from Thomas, and he says, fantastic bar. I had the 29 millimeter Texas Power Bar and decided to purchase the 27 millimeter deadlift bar since I am moving to the USPA where they use the deadlift bar. The bar is beautiful and the knurling is very aggressive. The bar provides nice flex on a slack pull. This bar is going to lead to deadlift PRs. Next up is going to be the Monster Squat Bar. 1 star.
I think he was confused. He thought he was rating it number 1.
I think so too. Goodness, poor guy, poor Thomas. I think he thought number 1 was the best. Poor guy. Okay, but really, ironically enough, this one is not a good review, and it's from a Keith. I don't know if it's our Keith, but we'll see. Okay, Keith says title of the review is Rough on Hands. When I ordered the bar, no one discussed the different levels of knurling. The knurl was too deep and rough on the hand. When I tried to return the bar for a more moderate knurling, I was told that was not possible. I'm very disappointed. It was a very expensive bar, and that seemed like a reasonable request. That cracks me up. I think they could have used some of Joey's gloves.
That's what I was thinking.
That vegan weather, good work.
I feel like Eagle Grinder sales are going to go up at Menards now.
For sure. Okay. Thank you, Texas Power Bars. We love you. All right. Strength Co. Okay. I kind of regret getting these plates over bumper plates. These do look better, but bumper plates are just so much easier to handle that it makes it worth it. Furthermore, who the F is furthermore?
He's writing it with a quill.
Furthermore, henceforth.
A lot of emails.
Ergo, we can come to the conclusion.
Okay. Furthermore, these have narrow holes, which are useful for plate security on the floor, but it makes it a PETA pain in the ass, is what I learned PETA is. I'm going to go out on a limb and say, I didn't know what PETA is. I'm like, what the heck is a PETA? Why is he using it on his bar?
The piece of bread. Using it to help lift the bar as in place of gloves.
Yeah. No, you don't need chalk, you just use pitas.
Yeah.
And then you eat some hummus afterwards.
Dual purpose. Okay, but it makes it a pain in the ass to put them on and take them off. That was the biggest butt of friction. I don't know what he's trying to say there with me working out. I wouldn't want I wouldn't want to work out due to the hassle of putting the plates on and taking them off. Was harder than the lifts themselves. Aha. Excuse me. Like,
Sounds like a skill issue.
I
I'm sorry, but a
understand the skill.
45-pound strength go plate is way easier to handle than a 45-pound bumper plate.
I,
Like I can grip both, but you got that lift. E-coated, smooth yet rugged, easy to grip.
and how much slop does he want on his, like, in his hole?
You don't want a lot of shaft play.
Floppy. That
Does
should
he
have been
have,
an
like,
option
tiny
when you ordered
hands?
it.
Like,
They like
can you
the
make
sloppy.
that, make the tolerance not so good, please? Thank you.
He can use an axle bar then,
But
not a stick.
it's just
With a
workout
cap.
efficiency. Because if you're struggling to put them on and take them off, I mean, that's your workout right there, and then you're
Yeah.
done.
Then
Was
you
this
don't
the
have to work
first
out.
time he worked out where he was surprised he was going to have to put them on and then also take them off?
Maybe second, because he did know that there's a difference between a bumper plate and like an actual plate.
Fair.
But just a second. Anyway,
Those
we
plates
love.
load themselves.
That's true. All right. Okay. So Stringco, we love you. Build Pass formula. I've used plenty of pre-workouts. I don't know why stupid shit like this cracks me up, but I've used plenty of pre-space workspace outs. I've used plenty of pre-workouts before including the original Jacked 3D. 2 scoops of this stuff left me lying flat on my back on the basement floor with my heart feeling like it was going to explode, panting and unable to sleep that night. I titrated down to a little under half a scoop, and that checked all the boxes. Loved it after that. Doesn't really taste like a rocket pop, but hey, it's sweet and it tastes about as good as the rest on the market. Just be careful how you dose it. Be careful. So gave it a bad review, but actually kind of like came around and made it good, I guess. I don't know.
So, as someone that avidly used Jack 3D before it became illegal, I call BS on that. Like, there is nothing that puts you on your ass like Jack 3D did. And I've taken the full blitz, and like I like Bill's Fast formula. I don't use pre-workouts anymore. I
Yep.
just bought it just to see how I liked it. It's a very tame pre-workout compared to some of the ones that are out there.
How
So
many milligrams of caffeine do you know? Or do you remember?
I think it's 325, which is on the higher side for caffeine, but
But not the
yeah,
tinglies.
but yeah, like, it's not. Yeah, it was like they don't like they don't have a lot of nonsense inside there. So like it's like I said, it's a pretty tame pre-workout. Like it's just no BS in there, and I call BS on that guy's review.
Well, to counter, I think like at most I get like 200 milligrams of caffeine a day. So I would probably flip out if I had anything that was 325 in one shot.
That's 2 scoops, so
So
you can do
I
1 scoop.
I would definitely have to do one scoop or less. I can't be like Hannah and drink a monster at like
At 7:30.
yeah, exactly. Okay, but Bill Pass formula, we got your review. We love you. Barefoot shoes. So Joseph says these are okay. Quality is okay.
Okay.
Insole's a bit off. They are like slippers. Simple to the point. Not great. Not bad.
I
Okay.
got Big Mofo with the shoe down here.
Love
Barefoot
it.
shoe.
We'll post some pictures for barefoot shoes.
I took a real screenshot.
No, we prefer photos of screens here, not just actual screenshots.
Here, hold on.
Okay, but thank you, Barefoot Shoes. We love you. Okay, Juggernaut AI. Okay, this is a little bit long. It's a couple paragraphs, but we have to hear it. Okay. The problem with all these so-called AI programs is that in reality, they're very basic programs sprinkled with a bit of auto-regulation. Literally, that's it. Anyone saying it worked for them is saying they basically, gosh, anyone saying it worked for them is saying that basically block periodization worked, which, yeah, it does for a lot of people. But there's nothing specific about the AI programs that is actually much more interesting than that. That's what frustrates me personally. The amount of customization is actually really low when you think about it. It gives the appearance of a lot, but not really. As you said, you can swap exercises like hack squat and leg curl, but there's not intelligence, quote unquote, involved when you do more quad versus hamstrings. Now what? It doesn't at all affect the rest of the program. Also, it does tend bias heavily to volume, which I feel like will work for those with easy gain capacity, but actually for many, they need more nuance. I just feel like this guy, I don't know.
Sounds like he should just hire a trainer then.
Yeah.
He wants real
Then
coach.
triple the money for less results.
Yeah.
He's yucking people's yum, I guess. I mean, I guess the way I look at it, yeah, all those things work. And it's a cheap way to get a program in and have some sort of nuance in each workout, I guess. I did use Juggernaut and I didn't mind it. And you're right, it's much cheaper than a coach. But it's also much easier than looking at a spreadsheet or like a static page and trying to like make that work. So I don't know.
Yeah. I've used it off and on since 2018 when it was in beta. And I mean, it's so people always judge it like it's not AI. Like, yeah, no shit. No AI is real AI. Yeah, it's all if this, then that statements.
Yeah,
But it's just a lot of them.
right. Okay. Anyway, Juggernaut AI, we love you. You're doing good things. Barbell Rescue, this one's a short one, and I'm gonna read it again, as said. Not with the money. Didn't do anything to clean the bars. Gonna go out on a limb and think that he said means not worth the money. I've seen it in action. I think it actually does clean your bar, but whatever. You can have
I
his
feel
opinion.
like he needs some practice with the movement of stroking his bar and shaft.
That might be. I can't see who this is. I wish I could see their name. Okay, but yes, Barbell Rescue, thank you. We love you. Freedom Fitness equipment. So this equipment is all sporting goods store or equivalent in terms of quality. It's also all Chinese rebrands or knockoffs. Avoid this overpriced garbage. Don't pay premium or for subpar equipment. Look at the new used gym store instead, which must be local in North Carolina, I guess. Way better selection than people there. His deal, quote unquote, packages are absolute trash. Very poor quality racks with 300-pound benches in them. Run. I purchased plates from Ashton when he had blue hair in his backyard. Don't let him fool you into thinking this isn't for his company. I tried to purchase more at another date, but saw the quality and left. And Ashton shows up. He has a comeback. So the business owner has a reply. Hello, this person has never shopped with us. This may be a review for another store, question mark. This may be in retaliation to the comment this person posted harassing our business on social media. It seems they are going around and trying to give bad reviews. We blocked their account for violation of community guidelines. We sell commercial grade new and used equipment that is very high quality. I like that. I like when the business owners come in and nope, no, not gonna let you do this.
Maybe that's what happened at the diner. They were fake customers giving bad reviews just to slander and make Keith look bad.
That could be.
That could be. So we have to give Keith the benefit of the doubt. Thank you, Freedom Fitness equipment. Belt cut strength. This one I picked this one specifically for them. So it's short and sweet. Why would someone get this over a Pioneer belt that has better adjustability? Question mark. Okay, the beef is there that he doesn't like Pioneer at all. I love that someone specifically called out that why would you get the zipper pioneer? So I love it. We love you, belt fed strength.
I will get a belt fed belt at some point whenever I need a new one.
I know they look so cool, but I have two already, and I feel there's just some things I want to spend money on. But they do.
My belt,
That's 3.
so my belts keep shrinking, so I might have to get a new one here soon. Oh yeah,
Belts keep shrinking, not you.
Let's bit of humidity or
old
something.
one grew.
That's nice.
It shrank last year, then it grew, so like it fitted again.
Oh, weird.
Okay, so light snacks. This one's kind of funny. Never arrived. I would love to update my rating, but this gift was never received by my friend. That's all they wrote. And then light snacks, Mark replies, "Hi, Morgan. We reached out to you and asked you to confirm your friend's address. The tracking showed as delivered within the expected time frame. Can you email us back and let us know your customer's address? I'll make sure that you entered it." I put their blame back on him. Make sure that you entered it correctly and it was delivered to the correct address. Thanks, Mark, from Plate Snacks.
That happens a lot.
Don't you feel like, though, that the friend bought it for them and the other friend didn't like it, and so they're just like, gonna sell this for money? And they didn't tell their friend. I like it.
Stuff goes missing.
It does go missing, yes.
Or you just do what I did. I got some stuff shipped to my sister-in-law's house, and I put the wrong address in because I looked up on my Waze to see what the last address was, and I didn't realize it. So the stuff I sent there ended up going to a gas station.
Oh
I was
no!
like, oh, that's on me. I put the wrong address in.
Wait, dude.
Did you get it back, or is it gone?
Yeah, I'm just curious. Like, was the gas station nice enough to like tell you?
Oh, I couldn't even get a hold of anybody there, and it was in Arizona. So,
They got your gift and they shut down and ran.
well, fortunately, it wasn't a gift. They were taking care of my rabbits, so I ordered like food and stuff like that for them. So, great.
Wait,
Okay.
does that mean you have a rabbit's foot?
They're still attached, but yes.
It's 4 of them. Wait, how many rabbits do you have?
2, so 8 feet.
What are the names?
I have a male lion head that's named Speedy, and then a female Holland Lop named Daisy.
Well, Speedy and Daisy. I love it. I don't know what things you just said other than they're rabbits.
I think he's making
So
it up.
the lion head has like super long fur to where you can't see his eyes or anything like that.
Aw.
And then the Holland Lop, she has like the long floppy ears.
Okay, we must see pictures of these sometime.
They missed an opportunity not calling them Holland Hops.
There you go.
I don't name them.
Okay, Home Gen Con. I kind of find a lot of reviews on Home Gen Con, obviously, which is coming up, so make sure you use the code. I saw a couple on a video of explaining what Home Gen Con was. I grabbed a comment, and it was, nice, the annual sex toy expo. Been looking forward to this. Like, why? Why just comment stuff like that?
Different kind of
sex toy?
gyms. Different gyms, different functions.
Actually, on another podcast I listen to, I know there's no other podcast, but on the other one, they actually did talk about there is a sex toy. I don't know what you call it.
Sex toy expo?
Convention.
Whatever. Convention, yeah. The reviews about it were talking about how it's just a bunch of just old people walking around in like the back of a Ramada convention space. Nice.
Sure, there's an expo for everything.
I'm sure you're probably right. And then there was another comment that I don't know why, but it just said, "It's not a conference unless that guy who walks around stiff shouldering people is there." And it just cracks me up because you can like picture that. There's always some asshole that has to get somewhere faster than you in like any crowded space all the time.
Well, No, they're actually talking
Yeah.
about the specific guy that he makes videos
Yeah.
doing that. Like he goes to like the Olympia and the Arnold, and he's like I would say he's a middle-aged, like white, out of shape man, and then he just walks around like puffed up, and then like we'll bump into them, and then like just stare them down for a second, and then just like walk away, and it's
Oh
all a
my
bit. Like
God.
everybody's in on it.
Got it. Oh my God. I think I've seen it. I feel like Joey right now because I didn't know who it was.
Yeah.
Wait,
Who's
is
that?
it? I swear that the old lady that also goes to conventions, what's her, like, have you seen her?
Yeah,
I feel like she
Oh
met that
yeah.
guy. Okay,
probably.
I'm butchering it.
I think when
Oh,
she
yeah.
goes up to the guys at the Olympia, and she's like, "Do you work your legs out?" And they're like, "Yeah." I was like, "You can't tell."
Yes.
Yeah, I love
Okay.
her.
All right. Thank you, Home Gen Con. Last one here is Obsidian Ammonia. Michael gave it 1 star. It's ammonia is the title. Ammonia is very toxic to the brain. I thought I was buying a compound of salts. If you want this horrific smell by, I have no idea how to pronounce this word, by Bladesma, aka hair bleach. So they did not like the smell, which it literally is obsidian ammonia. He bought ammonia and complained that it was ammonia and gave it 1 star. I don't understand.
How is hair bleaching you better? That sounds worse.
Right. I don't know.
Also,
Michael,
who's ever bought smelling salts because they smell good? Isn't that not the point?
hey, I don't get it.
You know, this pepper I bought smells like pepper. That makes me angry.
Okay, but sponsors, that is the end of our sponsors. We love you. Mofo, I don't want to put you on the spot, but do you speaking of sponsors, do you have our sponsors and the code, affiliate code for unpaid and underrated?
Sure. All right. So we have City Ammonia, Barbell Rescue, Plate Snack, Home Gym Con, Belt Fed Strength, Freedom Fitness Equipment, and the Strength Co. Apparel. At all these places, you can use code UNPAID to save roughly 10%. And even that elsewhere, you can try to use UNPAID and see what happens.
I like it. I love it. Thank you, sponsors. All right, we're going to move on to our favorite, our OG Massonomics, and I've done a hodgepodge of things for Massonomics. So I've grabbed comments from YouTube and comments from Instagram, all kinds of things, comments off videos. It doesn't matter. We love them. We love the comments, and obviously Tanner and Tommy have made it their mission to, if someone makes a comment, that comment will live on forever in some sort of meme or whatever it is. And they just flip it and they have such a good attitude. So I love that. I actually prefer when someone doesn't understand and they come and like leave a horrible comment or a horrible review, because it just gives us fodder for future jokes. And I love it. So I'm going to start off just a couple, one good one that I thought was so cute. And all it is simply, I like how they talk. And I do love how they talk. So I love it. So some people actually love Massonomics. And don't get me wrong, they have absolutely almost 600 reviews on some of the podcast platforms, and they're almost all 5 stars. So it is hard to find negative reviews. So it is much easier to find negative comments of those people that just are not on the joke. So great. We're going to start off with, so as I scrolling through, obviously you guys are familiar with, I can't remember her name, but she has the US at least record for the biggest boobs. And you have seen a picture of Tanner interviewing said woman with largest boob. And another woman saw the video and she also maybe struggles or doesn't struggle with having large breasts. And she felt the need that she needed to comment and let the world know. So I'm going to read, I think her name is, I don't know, PJ Pugapillar Fan 2750 is what we're going with. Okay.
Pugapillar?
Okay, I have truly struggled my entire life to find bras that fit me good. I am 42K. First of all, I'm so tiny. I'm going to put it out there. I'm so tiny that I didn't even know there was a K.
Can't fathom that letter.
Yeah, like I didn't know the alphabet went that high for this product.
Probably
And
fit
she
one
said,
side of that, Jen.
There's 26 letters.
okay, thank you. I realized that. Not for Jen, however. There's only one letter for Jen. She barely fixed that one. Okay. All right. I am 42K. Not, and then she goes to caps. Not by choice. I wear 2 bras when I ride horses. I'm not fat. I'm not too fat. I 5'4", 200 pounds. Okay, probably 50 pounds over, honestly.
I'm not too
I'm
fat,
not-
just big boob.
That's a lot of boobs.
That
I
big
got-
bone. She's big boobed.
Gigantic boobs.
Did she mention if she's single or not?
Not yet. Poor lady. I got unwanted. I think she means unwanted attention since age 10. Not fun people. So okay, that kind of gives me the creep that hopefully whoever was giving her attention were not people, men. I mean, that just I don't like it. I
It's
don't like
such
it
a
at all.
lighthearted video for her to dump that on us.
I know. Like, let me tell you about my horrific past and my child abuse. It's just horrible.
There's a
Um,
podcast for that, and it's called Unpaid and Underrated.
Yes.
Get her on the show. Call her up.
You volunteering the host that Big Spicy?
And we'll get names and addresses of those men, and we'll make sure they're taken care of.
I just wanted folks to not see just my boobs. I am a real person. Thank goodness mine only weigh 4 pounds each, not 50 pounds. God bless, anyways. God doesn't make mistakes. I'm okay.
No
I
way.
don't get 4 pounds and 42K. Like, I don't understand that.
Where are you weighing that?
Like, how do you weigh?
Your scale in the kitchen or like at the grocery store, those hanging ones, you just flop it in there and just see what it says.
Like, I don't have one at home, so I had to go to Walmart for inspection.
Is it on a towel rack
What
when
are you
you're
doing
wearing
over
it?
there?
my breast. Oh gosh. Yeah, I can't fathom 4 pounds. 4 pounds is nothing.
Is she missing a decimal point?
Maybe.
Or
I don't know. 0.
What are we, big math?
Exactly.
we're not big math over here.
Okay, I feel bad.
We got to figure out a way to measure. See if
I
she's
wonder what
lying.
I wonder what the algorithm was for that video. Like, I just assumed that it just got shared or like it just started going crazy or something. I forgot to look how many reviews it had, but whatever. She does not seem like a Massonomics fan to be in the realm of watching Massonomics videos. So, okay. These are just a couple ones where, in relation to Dr. Mike Israetel doing where Tommy and Tanner were asking them about the chicken bake and the pizza from Costco and how much protein each of those things had. And these were just a couple of comments that caught my eye. So this one's pissed and he says, sources, my peeps. Nutritionix says the calories are 313. Fat is 13 grams. Carbs are 35 and protein is 13, which sounds an F ton more realistic for a slice of pizza. And there's a lot of this emoji, like with your hands up, like question mark. I guess I
Is
just
that a pizza for ants?
Yes. I don't understand. The pizza, yeah, it's like one slice is like half a pizza, damn near.
They're big,
Yeah,
yeah.
Like a normal medium like slice of pizza is about like 300 calories.
Yeah, so where is he? His Costco sucks.
And Costco's are like 18-inch pizzas.
Yeah, I think a regular large is like 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably thinking of the frozen ones I get, not the food court ones.
Maybe.
Maybe.
That might be. But then again, like, if you're going to be so adamant to have a shitty, like, comment like that, you better make sure you know where we got the pizza from. And, like, I don't know.
Better come with
Yeah,
facts.
check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Don't question the
Exactly.
gains. Just eat the pizza.
That's right.
Get big.
Yeah.
It's not health food, it's pizza.
Okay, and there was another guy that says, well, that's completely BS. Each one is 35 grams of protein. Fucking numbers aren't even remotely close to 4,100 grams. So he's pissed. It also seems like that one's towards the chicken bake. And he's absolutely relating it to maybe the frozen one, which are much smaller. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
And they have less protein now.
exactly. So I feel like, did they even watch the video? Or did they just like see the title? Like, what did they do? I don't know.
Did you read the article?
Right. Okay,
Like-
so here's just a couple for Drink Spotter. A good one, though. The first one is good, and it says, this is such a stupid product. I need it. I love it. Okay, and then this guy, this was just a comment up off a whatever post or something, and he says, everyone fanboying because Massonomics brand has built a good reputation and is respected. Released by any big box store, and everyone would hate it till no end. Power of brand and consumer need for identity. I'm like,
Fuck them for being good and respectable dudes.
yeah, I hate them. They have a good reputation. Fuck them.
You guys are so nice. You suck.
I hate when people sell quality items at respectable prices.
He is like we used to be a proper country guy for sure. Like he's just mad at anything.
We used to be a proper country.
Yeah, like why is he so mad? Gosh, that one cracked me up. We all fanboying over here. Okay, this one says, I've literally never thought twice about picking my drink up off the floor. If it wasn't November, I'd have thought this was a good April Fool's Day joke. I don't know. Again, like you don't have to buy it. Why are you making comments?
Dude doesn't even know what he's missing out on.
Exactly.
I'll admit, I wasn't sold initially.
But it's worth it, right? I love it.
And now I have one of each.
Yes. I've had people come to the gym that don't understand anything and have said, this thing is awesome. Like I can put my drink right here. I love it. They don't know anything about masturbation. Okay, this one is one seems like a waste of money and steel TBH, to be honest. Like, okay. Again, you don't have to buy it. And last one for Drink Spotter. If you're in the gym working out with a blender bottle, you're either a newbie or a tool. These are useless. Okay, first of all, most of that comment had nothing to do with a drink spotter, and it had everything to do with a blender bottle. I don't understand why he's so mad about a blender
Someone else
bottle.
at his local gym that lifts more than him has a blender bottle.
Probably. Like, who cares about your vessel that gets your drink into your body? Who cares? Like, whatever.
People are going to be mad about stupid things.
My Drink Spotter XL has a hydro flask in it.
Ooh,
Poser.
you're fancy. Okay. Here's just a couple that I thought were funny about, obviously. And actually, this is funny that's coming up because I grabbed these a few weeks ago, and both podcasts have talked about timestamps and how Tanner and Tommy talk too much in the podcast beforehand before they get to the either the guest or the topic. And so I have just a couple that struck me so funny. Okay, this one is in relation to the very recent podcast where they talk about the used versus foreign versus local products. And this guy came out of nowhere and said, "Oh," in caps and exclamation points, "OMFG. I came for a main topic and was expecting it first and all the BS second, but had to wait 54 minutes. This is why I don't like or listen to podcasts." Like,
Ah,
okay, guy, calm down.
got him.
Got him. I
What's
don't
awesome is the fact that Tanner addresses that very specific comment too.
I love it. And he actually pinned this one, so I love it.
Yeah.
And he says something like, oh shoot, I forgot what his reply comment was. It was hilarious. It's just like I love that he's always so
He
nice,
says,
but
"Say
in
it
a
louder for the people in the back."
oh yeah, that's right. He's so condescending. It's just so great. I love it.
I love someone jumping into a podcast 400 episodes in and being upset at the flow of how the podcast goes.
Right. But also it's like they said on the most recent podcast, like I think they talked about this one too. And this is the similar format for a lot of podcasts. So people just bullshitting. So I don't understand.
Yeah.
And also, guess what? You didn't have to listen. And also, guess what? You could have fast forwarded and found what you needed and wanted instead of listening to 54 minutes. Obviously, you wanted to listen to it because he listened for 54 minutes. You can push forward.
Yeah.
I get it.
Kind of feel like he might be in on the joke and just not admitting it.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Okay.
I think I left a pretty solid comment in the last video about timestamps. So I want timestamps so I can listen to the podcast episode out of sequence.
I do have one about pot. This one you could tell a Massonomics person hopped in on this one, so it makes me giggle. Okay, so this was when Mitchell Hooper was on the podcast, and some random guy obviously wanted to hear Mitch Hooper, and so in the comments he's put 2929 is when Hooper gets on, and then Massonomics replies, "No timestamps in the jungle." And then another Massonomics person writes, "I remember my first Massonomics podcast." And then the last person writes, "What's the timestamp of when he gets off?"
Asking the real hard-hitting questions.
That's right.
Struck me so funny. Like, we don't care about Mitchell, but we just want and that's typically how crew is. Like, we want to hear the beginning and we want to hear the end. Part, yeah, that's okay, fine, that's sure. But here, Tanner and Tommy, I love it. I did try to figure out today who that person was. So if you are listening to the Unpaid Underrated podcast and you are DJ Eric.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah. No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I remember.
Oh, I post so much stuff.
I asked multiple people and I posted. Ryan just blacks out and starts commenting on economic stuff.
What in the hell?
DJ ARIC.
Yes, that is
that's
you.
me.
I'm so pissed that you didn't answer me today.
I'm sorry.
Did you do it on purpose?
I must have missed that. No. That screen name was back to the AOL days. Now my big secret's out. My secret identity.
That's before Hannah was born.
Yes.
Yeah.
And probably Daniel too.
Oh yeah.
Just so you know, Tanner doesn't know who that is. They're like, well, this person definitely is crew. Keith didn't know who it was, and they're like, I think it's crew. And then Keith went off on a rant about, this is why I'm so pissed that people don't have the same username across all their platforms. Just made me like even that. Me just asking a simple question and Keith got him going. It was hilarious.
There's this little thing called anonymity.
Okay, just a couple more here. These are Instagram comments off of certain memes that just struck me funny. So the first meme is the one where the wife's like, "Are you really going to drink beer all day after you spent 3.5 hours in the gym?" And then obviously like he's showing like, yeah, we're going to do that. But then some guy writes, "You guys wonder why your gains are non-existent. Cut the alcohol and find out how quick things work." Like, okay, it's a meme. We're having fun. Like, dude, calm down. And also, I'm going to guess that Tanner and Tommy have as many gains as whoever this person was. I didn't go check it out, but I'm going to guess they do. And the next one is this was the Brokeback Mountain meme, and it says, and so it's like when they see each other for the first time and they run and they give each other like a loving hug, and um and so Tamara writes, or the meme is, when you see another dude in the gym also using that pad around the bar for squat. So it's just funny anyway. But then there's two perfect comments, like literally right in a row. The first one says, I am not a wimp. I just have a small neck. And the next person right below that says, you have a small something else too. Perfect. I just can't fathom, even on high bar, like, how are you putting a bar on your neck? Like, even on high bar, you're not putting it on your neck. So I mean, like, Hannah, you're not a big person. I'm not a big person. And I have never thought, damn, my neck is too small for this. I need to put the pad on it. Like, what? You're doing it wrong.
Yeah,
Somebody is not a F1 driver.
No. Okay, but on that same meme, another guy writes, this proves that these stupid rules, like not using a bar pad and not wearing gloves, is all to prove Utah when you probably be bedridden by a mild cold. And then someone comments back, gay.
old default.
Cry reading some of these things. That poor guy. Honestly, I don't make fun of people in the gym, but like he literally had to write that comment, like go and call himself out for I don't know, using gloves. And
he had tears in his eyes writing that comment.
Yeah. He felt like Tanner wrote that meme specifically for him, and he needed to say, no, this is rude of you to do that to me. I need to write something about it. It's so stupid.
How dare you? This was targeted just to me.
Exactly.
You and your small neck.
The last thing here, I wrote down, I tried to do a Mount Rushmore of my favorite Massonomics comments that kind of have been just the founding father comments of Massonomics. And I want to kind of hear your guys's too, but I'll read the ones that I think should maybe be up there. Obviously the plain ones that kind of started it off. So I'm good with the plain ones. All you're doing is slapping a logo on it and charging more for it. So yes, obviously, like commerce works. Like you put your brand on it and you upcharge for it, obviously. And then Brian, I think Brian should be on there. And I love that there's two comments. So the one is after the first meme with the Taylor Swift. It says unfollowed. Thanks for making that so easy. And then he ends up Brian comes back. And as soon as he comes back, everybody wants him to post another meme. So he posts another Taylor Swift meme. And then poor Brian says, this is ridiculous. Unfollowed. So like within a very short time frame, poor Brian has unfollowed Massonomics twice. And then one of the more recent ones is the Miss in Mexico. I think that is hilarious. That guy, the old guy that went off on a rant
Oh,
about
yes.
if you are missing Mexico so bad to just get on a plane that Trump can provide and take you back to your country. Like that guy is most certainly we used to be a proper country guy, and he needs to let everybody know. And then I personally kind of liked the John Q. I don't know if you guys remember John Q. And this one was so it was a top 10 best strength training podcast. What do you call it? YouTube video. And it's literally the thumbnail is Tanner wearing the dark side shirt. So it has the rainbow and it has the plate. And this guy got absolutely pissed that Tanner was apparently wearing a rainbow on his shirt. So I'm going to read that comment just because I thought it was funny. And he's mad. I just watched that movie, Don Q. first of all, I still don't understand what that has anything to do with it. But anyway, I just watched that movie, John Q. Before John Q is going to sacrifice himself to save his son, he tells him to make as much money as he can, even if he has to sell out every once in a while. Nevertheless, I am unsubscribing because of the t-shirt and will in no way support anything Massonomics does in the future. In fact, if the power to impede your success ever comes my way, I will act on that power. Holy shit, he's pissed about something he doesn't even understand. It's a video, it's a prism.
They sold out, they went woke, appealing to the Rainbow Mafia just to get cash.
What in the hell?
He's got a small neck and he gets a headache at
Is this guy a Pink Floyd fan?
Yeah, they never heard of Pink Floyd. I love wearing that shirt intentionally, hoping that someone will be that way. Like my cousin, first time he saw it, he's like, "What's up with the rainbow?" I was like, "You ever heard of Dark Side of the Moon?" He's like, "Oh, I get it." It's like, thought it was something else. I was like, "Well, would it matter if it was something else?"
Exactly.
Like, no,
Also,
but
even just like scientifically, like it's the prism. You shine a light through it and it just does that.
Yeah. And also, isn't okay, I'm gonna really put myself out here though. I don't know a lot about things and I don't want to make Nate mad because I don't know a lot about religion. But isn't the rainbow like significant in religion?
Yeah, it is for Catholics. It symbolizes the covenant that God made with Noah. Somebody went to 12 years of Catholic school.
Exactly. Okay, thank you, Spicy. So what if he's wearing that rainbow for Jesus?
That could be very possible.
I don't know. Maybe the guy's mad about that. Who knows? I don't know. Anyway, those are some of my favorites. Is there any that have stuck out with you guys that maybe I didn't catch, or that you can think of that have been just funny?
I think Big Gabe has to be up there with
in the
proper
Discord.
pen lay form and how he's gonna outrow Mitchell Hooper.
That's so true. Which obviously we're all on the You and You podcast and we're all crew. But if you somehow happen upon a podcast and you don't listen to Massonomics, you need to support them and be in the Discord because that's where some of these very niche things come into play. And poor Gabe, you're right. Poor Gabe, that was hilarious.
still has a video I made.
I know, I love it so much.
All he wants to do is fight and lift.
Yep.
Listen and fight is all he knows.
The best part is just the general like unawareness of people that are outside of crew commenting on things on Instagram because they're obviously gotten to a point where they're big enough that they're being like sponsored or recommended to like pages, you know? So it's coming across people's feeds that have no idea what's going on and they're commenting and it tickles my heart that they have no idea what they're doing for all of us, that they don't understand like all of these people that are liking and commenting like know each other and talk to each other and like we're all in on the joke, so they say something insane and it just is wonderful for us. And they'll never know, like Brian will truly never know how much joy he brought every single one of us during that like couple of week time frame.
It's so true.
Brian knows.
We miss you, Brian.
I'm still in the conspiracy camp.
That is true. Tanner does still talk to Brian, which I think is funny.
Or is that because Tanner is Brian?
He's engagement farming.
Maybe. Either way, I love it. But okay, so let's say you're scrolling Instagram or TikTok or whatever, and something is sponsored to you, or that you think obviously they think you might like. Okay, some of them I actually do think are funny, and I'll go look at their page and I'll start to like watch a few videos and like these are funny, like I could get into this. Like, at what point on Massonomics do you go? How do you get into it and make like such a horrible comment without like looking at the page? Even when you go to just their page, you can see like 25 hilarious memes without even opening one up, and then like not getting that it's comedy.
Incredibly unserious. Yeah.
Yes. Like, I don't understand. Why aren't you doing a little bit of homework? I just don't get it. Anyway. Okay, guys. We have speaking of Massonomics, we have a wonderful. We thank you so much, Massonomics, for supporting Unpaid and Underrated and allowing us to get together. So Ryan is going to read our last sponsor read.
All right. Can you feel that? Oh shit. Wah! You know what that sound means. It's time for the Big Sister Podcast ad read. Of course, I'm talking about Massonomics. Are you a silly goose who loves lifting and living easy? Do you love so many inside jokes that the math stop mathing? Did you not have Missing Mexico on your bingo card? Then grab a piping hot LaCroix or warm apple pie and check out Massonomics Podcast. Putting out weekly podcasts every week for almost 9 years with over 460 episodes. World's strongest podcast, well, strongest in West or Northeast South Dakota anyway. It's the place to go if you want to make it make sense and how to get strong, stay strong, and use your strength. Not only have they been podcasting for almost 9 years, they also offer a fine line of merch. From totally niche, not bear parody shirts to the best and most expensive shorts around, as long as you aren't okay with the plain ones. Are you concerned about drink safety? Well, you should be. Massonomics sure is. They offer an extensive line of over 3 different drink spotters. Looking for a certified gym to train in? Well, Massonomics has you covered there as well. I'm not going to say having a certified gym helped Big Jake get a 365-pound axle cleaning press. That certainly didn't hurt. If you want your gym certified, better hurry. Time might be a flat circle, but there are only 3 spots left. Looking for a group of like-minded silly hawks to chat with? Look no further than Massonomics Discord, the most active Discord around. Perks include a live listen of the weekly podcast, sneak peeks of merch drops, and crew exclusive items. You can join for as little as $3 a month. Once you put pencil to paper, you'll certainly see you can't afford not to. Find Massonomics at massonomics.com, YouTube, Instagram, and wherever you get your podcasts. It's science. It's Massonomics.
I love it. Well done. Great. A lot of great references there that come from some great comments. Okay, so thank you guys for sticking with me, helping me have banter on my comments and ratings and whatever. So everybody out there, let us know if you liked our episode. Hit us up in the Discord or on YouTube, whatever it is. So I'm going to go around the room. I'm going to let you guys say where we can find you. Big Hannah, where can we find you at?
You can find me on Instagram at h.bowling, like bowling ball, but with an H.
I love it. What about Big Ryan?
You can find me on Discord at big_Ryan, and you can probably find me other places from there.
Awesome. Big Mofo.
If you thought you found me, you didn't.
Okay. The secret. Big Spicy Pizza.
You can follow me on Instagram at Coach8123 and on Discord, Big Spicy Pizza.
Love it. And I'm Big Jen. You can find me at GetStrongGen24 on Instagram and just Big Jen on the Discord. And Unpaid and Underrated Podcast, you can find them on Instagram, unpaid.and.underrated.podcast. Website is unpaidinternpodcast.com. You can find us on YouTube, and we will see you next Tuesday.